G'day viewers and welcome to a weekend edition, totally fucked up. So, what's happening in the world this week? Was there anything fucked up? Look, first up, I'm not going to talk about the shooting down of the Malaysian Airlines passenger plane or the situation in Gaza, particularly because of the amount of horror and death and suffering involved. And I have said this before, but apparently some people need reminding. I don't like using content in my videos that could be seen as I'm either belittling the death of other people or, worse still, benefiting from it. So remarkably little of the things I talk about involve the death of people. Closest I come to commenting on it is, would people stop fucking suggesting to me that I should like Bill Maher, the comedian? Never fucking like that guy. He's a hideous, slimy, narcissistic creep. I mean, he's such a fucking creep. Like, if you cast him in a movie as a sexual predator, I'd say that was lazy typecasting based on visual stereotypes. Like, come on, not all creepy sexual predators have slicked back hair and have that hideous leering look on their face whenever they're talking to anyone. Why did I bring him up? Because in relation to what's happening in Gaza, he said something along the lines of, oh, it's like when you're fighting with your crazy girlfriend. You can only hold her arms for so long, she keeps going, sometimes you gotta slap her. Thereby demeaning everyone involved in the conflict and simultaneously making a joke out of domestic violence and assault, which sums the fucker up perfectly. And I had apologists for him saying, oh, but no, look, he took this on. I don't give a fuck what that wanker does sometimes. I fucking hate him because of what he does most of the time. And most of the time, it's just all about him. And he's doing, ooh, I'm being edgy. Look, if you know anything about me, you'll know I don't believe there are some things that are off limits for comedy. You can make a joke about whatever you want, so long as you wear what comes next and you don't fucking hide from the truth you reveal about yourself. Seriously, the number of comedians I've seen who's going like, oh, it's a joke, or that was irony, when all they're doing is fucking saying out loud what they actually believe. Don't tell me I should like Bill Maher, because I fucking don't, okay? Let's pull it back a bit to something that's a bit more my ordinary. The open carry movement in the US, which I don't think I've specifically talked about before. These are the people who openly wear not just handguns, they've lately taken to wearing automatic and semi-automatic weapons, big fucking machine guns strapped around in public places. I'm just exercising my rights. Yeah, because ordinary people shouldn't panic when some fuckhead they don't know is carrying heavy weaponry around in a public place. Because that's never ended badly, alright? Yeah, these people always spout these lines about my right and my this and, you know, I'm standing up for the guy. No, you're fucking cowards and wankers. That's bullying people who disagree with you. That's fucking up the lives of people you don't give a shit about, okay? That's my general opinion about the open carry movement, but it took an interesting twist. A story I saw this week, Open Carry Texas, a predominantly white group, not completely, but predominantly, have been planning for a while to do a march through a predominantly black neighborhood in Houston, and they're going along with this now, and I can't possibly see anything going wrong. There isn't any precedent for angry white guys with guns going through black communities causing problems. Is there? But I will actually, at this moment, give these guys the benefit of the doubt with some of the things they've been saying. They're saying, you know what? We think that gun laws as they stand, which let anyone fucking buy a license and carry whatever the fuck they want. See, we think these are racist because there are costs attached to them. And who, in broad terms, is disadvantaged when you have to pay sums up front? They're saying the black community, they're disproportionately affected by unemployment and other cost of living things, and they're saying, I think they're saying no one should have to pay to get a license. Anyone should just be able to go. You don't even have to pay for it. And it's really quite... These guys seem to be pushing to be absolute purists with the anyone gets a gun anytime, which I don't agree with. But if they stick with that purity of message, I've got to give them a bit of leeway. Like they say, they're not going out being confrontational. They actually want this community in Houston to march with them. This is for you. We're doing it on your behalf. This is a group that includes people who have been very outspoken about their rights include shooting cops. Do you see this going wrong? Anyway, I almost can't imagine, except for actual incidents that have come close to going really, really wrong, where one open carry enthusiast goes into a shop with a gun on their hip, and another open carry enthusiast doesn't like the look of the first one and says, you should show me that you're allowed to do that. And the other guy says, fuck you, you have no right to ask me to. And there was a temporary standoff that fortunately at least one of the two was mildly balanced and just walked away from. But for my mind, that's an almost inevitable outcome. I think the clock is ticking on the first significant shooting incident where two open carry enthusiasts who don't know each other open fire on each other. And when that happens, nothing will be the repercussion as far as I can see, because that appears to be the result of any sort of gun violence in the US. What happened when all those kids got killed? Nothing. That's why the rest of the world thinks you've got a bit of a problem, quite honestly. But I don't like criticising the rest of the world without turning the lens back on my own country. And you all know what that means. What do I fucking hate about the Australian federal government this week? They seriously give me something new every week. I'm not sure when the last time a week went by where I didn't have a rant about them happened. Not this week, because they get a rant again. And this sees the return of our Attorney General, George Brandis. What has he done? Well, the Liberal Party, who champion themselves as the party of free speech. Let's get rid of those racial vilification laws because they stifle free speech. Let people say whatever they like about, disadvantaged minorities from their position of privilege in big media organisations. They shouldn't be prosecuted for that. But you know who should be prosecuted? People who tell the truth about abuse of power by the government. See, they're pushing a law now for Australia's spy agency, ASIO, to be able to declare some of their operations a special intelligence operation. And if you tell anyone about that, you can be jailed for 5 years just by telling anyone. And this is obviously linked directly to Edward Snowden, WikiLeaks, that sort of thing. Brandis has gone on record as saying, without a trial or anything, Snowden's a traitor, should be punished. Ooh, Assange, traitor, should be punished. So yeah, they're trying to write into law here that, yep, if you speak a word about one of these operations, you get 5 years. And then if they declare you endangered the health or safety of someone involved in one of these operations, you can go to jail for 10 years. And so, no, this is not about stifling free speech. No, it's about protection. Because, it's only special intelligence operations. Who gets to declare something a special intelligence operation? You guessed it, the actual spy agency just goes, yeah, let's call this a special intel op, shall we? Yeah, because we've just been involved in something that would blow up in our fucking faces if anyone ever found out about it. Let's just say special intel. Oh, and this vague if you endangered someone's health or safety. If you literally caused someone to be hurt or killed because of your recklessness, I think you should answer for it. But letting a spy agency go, oh, yeah, no, his health was endangered. And that's the key thing. He didn't say someone has to get hurt. They just have to declare that someone's health or safety was endangered. Maybe if they felt particularly bad. Maybe if their feelings were hurt. Maybe if they had to stay at home and have some stress leave. That's enough to get you 10 years jail. Because if you've seen the evidence of the last couple of years and you think governments and spy agencies are actually trustworthy, you scare the fuck out of me.